Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with my channel. Hadi Mustafa Asa AZAGA 6347. A country in securing its country. Of course not without preparing the country with super advanced combat equipment. Both from its land combat power, sea fleet and air combat planes. This time, we will review some countries that have upgraded their fighter aircraft to be the most advanced and trending combat aircraft today. These are the 6 most advanced and most trending types of combat aircraft today. Let us see it together. Following are the 6 most advanced and most trending types of fighter aircraft currently. Number 1. F-35 Lightning II, Lockheed Martin's multi-role stealth fighter, known for its stealth capabilities and advanced technology. Number 2, F-20 Raptor, an air superiority fighter that also has ground attack capabilities, designed by Lockheed Martin and is still one of the best in the world. Number 3, Su-57 Felon, Russian-made stealth fighter, known for its high maneuverability and advanced avionics system. Number 4, Eurofighter Typhoon, a multi-role fighter aircraft developed by a European consortium, renowned for its flexibility and capability in a wide range of missions. Number 5, Chengdu J-20, Chinese-made stealth fighter, designed to dominate airspace with modern technology and innovative design. Number 6, Dassault Rafale, produced by Dassault Aviation, is a very relevant fighter aircraft and is often discussed in a modern military context. Is a twin-engine, canard delta-wing multi-role fighter aircraft from France designed and manufactured by Dassault Aviation. Each of these aircraft has unique advantages and characteristics that make it stand out in today's military world. The following are the advantages and capabilities of each fighter aircraft that have been mentioned. Number 1, F-35 Lightning II. Advantages are: 1. Stealth capability, aerodynamic design that reduces radar signature. 2. Advanced sensors, integrated sensor and avionics system, providing high situational awareness. 3. Multi-rolling, can be used for air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. The F-35 Lightning II's capabilities are perform intelligence, surveillance, and precision strike missions. Number 2, F-20 Raptor. The advantages are: 1. Air superiority, high maneuverability and supersonic speed without having to burn. 2. Stealth, highly effective stealth technology. 3. Multi-role, ability to carry out ground attack and reconnaissance missions. The capabilities of the F-20 Raptor type combat aircraft are: their dominance with the ability to defend and attack simultaneously. Number 3, Su-57 Felon type combat aircraft has advantages, namely 1. High maneuverability, aerodynamic capabilities that allow extreme maneuverability. 2. Advanced avionics system, uses modern radar and sensors for detection and targeting. 3. Long-range combat capability, can carry various types of weapons for different missions. The capability of the Su-57 Felon-type combat aircraft is execute combat operations in complex environments and face modern threats. Number 4, the Eurofighter Typhoon type fighter aircraft also has advantages, among others. 1. Mission flexibility, can operate in a variety of roles, from air superiority to ground attack. 2. High performance, high speed and excellent maneuverability. 3. Multinational cooperatives, developed by several European countries, facilitating international cooperation. Eurofighter Typhoon type combat aircraft capability, that is, carry out combat and surveillance missions, and is capable of acting as an attack aircraft. Number 5, combat aircraft named Chengdu J-20, not less great with its advantages, that is 1. Stealth design, reduces radar detection with a specially designed shape. 2. Avionics capabilities, known for its sophisticated radar system and modern sensors. 3. Operational independence, designed to operate in modern combat scenarios. This combat aircraft named Chengdu J-20 also has the abilities, that is, carrying out air superiority missions and precision attacks with intelligence support. Number 6, combat aircraft named Dassault Rafale. Dassault Rafale fighter aircraft, produced by Dassault Aviation, a leading aircraft manufacturer from France. The Dassault Rafale is indeed a very relevant fighter aircraft and is often discussed in a modern military context. The Dassault Rafale is a type of multi-role fighter aircraft. The Dassault Rafale is a highly respected aircraft and is often considered in discussions about current fighter aircraft, despite not being mentioned in the previous top 5. The use of the Dassault Rafale by several countries, including France and India, adds to its credibility in modern combat scenarios. The following are some of the advantages and capabilities of the Dassault Rafale. The advantages are 1. Multi-rolling, can perform a variety of missions, including air superiority, ground attack, reconnaissance, and nuclear missions. 2. High maneuverability, aerodynamic design that allows high performance in dogfights. 3. Advanced avionics system, equipped with advanced radar and sensors to detect and identify threats. No less great capabilities than the Dassault Rafale, namely, number 1, carry out missions in various weather and conditions, both day and night. Number 2, can carry various types of weapons, from air-to-air missiles to smart bombs. Final notes in this video are, each of these aircraft has advantages and capabilities that make it a top choice in modern military operations. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, give a comment, share and hit the bell image. See you in our other videos. Wassalamu alaikum.